I thought I had beaten the wicked witch then, and I worked harder than ever. But I underestimated how cruel my enemy could be. She thought of a new way to kill my love for the beautiful Munchkin maiden, and made my axe slip again, so that it cut right through my body, splitting me into two halves. Once more the tinsmith came to my help, and made me a body of tin, fastening my tin arms and legs and head to it, so that I could move around as well as ever. But, alas, I no longer had a heart. I had lost all my love for the Munchkin girl, and did not care whether I married her or not. I suppose she's still living with the old woman, waiting for me to come after her. My body shone so brightly in the sun that I felt very proud of it, and it did not matter now if my axe slipped, for it could not cut me. There was only one danger, that my joints would rust. That is why I kept an oil can in my cottage and took care to oil myself whenever I needed it. However, there came a day when I forgot to do this, and being caught in a rainstorm before I thought of the danger, my joints had rusted. And so I was left to stand in the woods until you came to help me. It was a terrible thing to undergo, but during the year I stood there, I had time to think that the greatest loss I had known was the loss of my heart. While I was in love, I was the happiest man on earth, but no one can love without a heart, and so I resolved to ask Oz to give me one. If he does, I will go back to the Munchkin maiden and marry her. Both Dorothy and the Scarecrow had been greatly interested in the story of the Tin Man, and now they knew why he was so anxious to get a new heart. "All the same," said the Scarecrow, "I shall ask for a brain instead of a heart, for a fool would not know what to do with a heart if he had one." "I shall take the heart," returned the Tin Man, "for having a brain does not make one happy, and happiness is the best thing in the world." Dorothy did not say anything, for she was puzzled by the argument the two men were having. What would she prefer? A heart? A brain? In the end, she decided she should focus on getting back to Kansas and Aunt Em. It did not matter so much whether the Tin Man had no brain and the Scarecrow no heart, or each got what he wanted. What worried her most was that the bread was nearly gone, and another meal for herself and Toto would empty the basket. To be sure, neither the Tin Man nor the Scarecrow ever ate anything, but she was not made of tin or straw, and could not live unless she was fed. Chapter 6. The Cowardly Lion. All this time Dorothy and her companions had been walking through the thick woods. The road was still paved with yellow brick, but these were now covered by dried branches and dead leaves from the trees. Walking had become very difficult indeed.